On June 9th, 2020, Bungie had a live stream and they announced the season of the arrivals, season 11 of Destiny 2's content. Now, along with that, they also announced their new fall expansion known as Beyond Light. Now, with Beyond Light coming out in the fall, they also announced something called the Destiny Content Vault. The Content Vault means that going forward, in order to try and maintain the size of the Destiny game, Bungie will be periodically vaulting certain current contents and bringing older, well-loved content bits back to our active game. Now, with this, we also had some seriously bad news. In order to make room for Beyond Light, we would have to sacrifice some of our current locations that are really well loved. These locations being Mars, Mercury, Titan, and Io. Alongside them, we also heard that the Leviathan will be vaulted with the release of Beyond Light on the 22nd of September, so we'll cover the Leviathan ship at length as well. Let's begin on Mars. Loading into the Braytech Futurescape, my first suggestion would be visiting Anna Bray for some daily bounties and any quests that you may not have received yet. Now, outside of these regular bounties, Mars is a very busy patrol region. You've got the Warmind campaign, 2 lost sectors, 2 strikes, the Strange Terrain and the Will of the Thousands. There are 4 public event sites, of which 2 are already sat down, 1 is an injection rig, and there's a witch's ritual, 10 patrol missions, 5 adventures, and then you have the 45 latent memories, the 44 sleeper nodes, and the highlight on Mars, the escalation protocol. Now, going after all of this is extremely tempting, I know, but I would like to highlight the latent memories as they're connected to the Worldline Zero exotic sword, and the sleeper nodes as they are connected to both the Polaris Lance exotic scout rifle and the Sleeper Simulant exotic fusion rifle. My other suggestion would be grinding out the escalation protocol for the Ikelos weapons. They are connected to the Wayfarer seal, but if you're not a title hunter, don't stress too much about it. But at least run the escalation protocol up to level 7 at least once, just so you can say you did it. Going from Mars, we're sticking ourselves to the M's and going to Mercury, to the smallest but definitely not the least of these planets. Load into the lighthouse and visit Brother Vance. This poor dude's been chasing Osiris's coattails for ages, so go grab some bounties from the guy, keep him company for a bit. Then let's go exploring. You'll find on Mercury the Curse of Osiris campaign, a single lost sector, 3 patrol missions, a public event, the Vex Crossroads, 2 strikes, the Tree of Probabilities and a Garden World, and 5 region chests. Now, this is really the smallest planet to go and explore. It's not gonna take you long, but there is still so much interesting stuff going on. And it's the gateway to the Infinite Forest, which is a whole different can of worms. We leave that particular can of worms 700 million kilometers behind, and we go to Titan. On Titan, we're gonna load in and visit Field Commander Sloan and grab some bounties from her. Now, again, there is a lot going on here, so fuel up. This is gonna be a bumpy ride. On Titan, you're going to do 3 of the Red War campaign missions, Hope, Riptide, and Utopia. You are going to see the Savathun's song, Strike. There are 4 adventures, 3 lost sectors, 2 public events, an Arsenal Walker, and a Witch's Ritual, and there are 6 hidden region chests. Now, if you haven't done it yet, you will also find a world quest called The Enemy of My Enemy, and this mission will guide you toward the Rat King exotic sidearm, and it also gives you access to the Fallen Transponder, which leads to the Outbreak Perfected exotic pulse rifle. Now finally on Titan, be sure to make time to sit and have a drink while watching the waves around Titan for a bit. If you're lucky, you might even spot Titan's own Loch Ness monster. It's a large sea creature, or a worm, that's hidden in the depths of Titan's oceans. And who knows what that actually might be. Mysteries aside, we move to the final planet on the chopping block, Io. Pop in with a belligerent Asher Mir and grab some bounties. Out here on Io, the Taken run rampant, so watch your back and your front. You know what, just be careful, okay? On Io, you're going to do 2 of the Red War campaign missions, Sacrilege and Fury. There are 3 lost sectors, 9 hidden region chests, 5 public events, of which 2 are Taken Blights, 2 Cabal excavations, and a Spire integration. There are 4 adventures, and the Pyramidian Strike. Now, outside of these events, really make a point to run around the area and explore. There's a lot more going on than the activities will have you know, and Io is a seriously lore-rich destination, so playing around here and running around is really fun. All of these locations also have wanted bounties that can be picked up from Spider on the Tangled Shore, and several lore books also have collectibles in these locations, of which the Ghost Stories, the Awoken of the Reef, and the Forsaken Prince are 3 that I would like to highlight. Finally, we have to talk about the Leviathan that is being vaulted as well. Now, I don't have all the information surrounding this just yet, so I'm going to suggest that you prepare as if we're losing the entire Leviathan and all of its contents. The Leviathan ship hosts 4 very big raids: the Leviathan raid itself, the Eater of Worlds, the Spire of Stars, and the Crown of Sorrow. Each of these takes place in a different area of the Leviathan ship, and I would suggest you grab a fire team and go through all of it. These are some of the best thought out raids that Bungie has come up with. It's got incredibly creative encounters and some of the most amazing environments in Destiny that I would hate for any player to miss. The other areas that come along with the Leviathan are first the Tribute Hall, or the Gun Testing Hall, which is really just Destiny 2's show off room, and every player should check this out. Also note that the Bad Juju exotic pulse rifle is connected to your Tribute Hall, so if you want that pulse rifle, that is something that you definitely need to go and look at. And finally, we have the Menagerie, Calus's Playground. It's a budget, match-made version of the Leviathan, but better. Make a point of running through as much of this as you can. It's chaotic, it's fun, and Calus throws tons and tons of cannon fodder at you, just the way the Guardians like it. The Crown of Sorrow and the Menagerie also hide lore entries for the books The Chronicon and Confessions. Both are very interesting stories surrounding Calus and the Cabal, the Darkness, and a predicted future for humanity, so go and check those out. Now, I'm aware that I couldn't really cover everything in too much detail, and there are triumphs and collections that are going to be vaulted with Beyond Light, so if you feel like I missed something important, or you'd like a video covering those triumphs and collections and titles and stuff in more detail, please let me know in the comments down below. And that is it, guys. That is all the content that I would suggest you at least go and look at before Beyond Light drops on the 22nd of September. If you liked this video, if you found it informative, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell to get notified about future videos. But always remember that that is never necessary. Your viewership is more than enough for me. I appreciate you guys coming to this video, and until next time, eyes up, Guardians. I'll see you Starside.